Last week we were working behind the house cleaning off this fence row, and I'll leave a link to this video up above. But we were working and our neighbor seen us using the mini clip, and he asked us to come do some trimming for him. So it's amazing how work will just find you by you just working. So the mini clip is rated at 7 inches in diameter. It's strong enough to carry some of the small branches to wherever you want to drop them off, and then just, as you can see here in this video, you just chop it up. You can literally chop up everything on the ground while it's sitting there. So you can rotate the head around, as you can see here, and cut off even with the ground. This is where we made it to our neighbor's house, and he asked us to cut this Bradford pear tree away from his house. So what I did was I started trimming out further away from the tree, cutting off the smaller branches, leaving the bigger branches on, and then cutting them later so that they didn't have the full weight falling down on the house. You can see Tanya here reevaluating her situation. I sometimes get so focused on what I'm doing that I'm really not paying attention to where she is with the camera. You can see by the paint missing off of this cutter that I've got several hours on it now, and I'm finding with more experience I can weave my way up into between limbs and do some things that I never would have done before. Out of everything I cut today, this was the one that worried me the most. On the other bigger limbs, I would cut off the tips of the limbs, reducing the weight. But in this case, I couldn't reach it. So the only thing I could do was just reach up as high as I could, reducing the weight of the piece that was going to fall. It turned out well and no damage was done. I would say this was my biggest mistake today. I was pushing forward a little too much when I was trying to clamp down and actually broke the limb off. I ended up coming back with a chainsaw and snipping this off even. If you look in the background there, you can see the back side of our property. After cleaning that fence row, we did lose a little bit of privacy, but we've got great neighbors, and we lost a whole lot of poison ivy. One poison ivy vine was over 2 inches in diameter. That vine must have been at least 40 years old. When coming into these big branches way up high, you really need to kind of, think this out, move slow, and kind of make your plan up before you get there. Also, you got to remember to open the jaw. Obviously, the tractor is very important to this process. You need good hydraulic flow and good hydraulic pressure. The mini clip needs 2,500 psi to operate correctly, or get the strongest crunch you can get out of it. And I have used this both on the T474 here and the T264, and they both work really well. We're headed back over to the farm this week. Got some more sawmilling to do, and we're going to continue to work on pole barn poles. This was an unscrupulous tease for our next video. This system gives you a lot of flexibility. As you can see here, there's a blueberry bush under this limb. So what I did is I grabbed a hold of it, clamped down some, and then pulled back with the tractor before making that cut. So by using your third function valve and the provided remote, you can rotate the head of this thing almost 365 degrees.
That's wonderful, Tony. Thank you, thank you.
Hey, I really appreciate you guys watching. If you think we're worth it, hit that subscribe button for us. If you don't think we're worth it, tell us why in the comment section.